Alright, so welcome back to another day of the 100 Days Design Challenge with Xpress-Pixels, and today we'll be designing another movie poster. Okay, the title of the poster is going to be CADAVER. Alright, let's dive right into it. The first thing I want to do, of course, is create my canvas size. Okay, so the canvas size I'll be using today is 2600 by 3000 pixels, and I'm just going to create. Good. So now next thing I want to do is import my first resource. So I'm just going to go into my file where I have my resources here, and I'm going to import the first resource, which is this. I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag and drop inside of Photoshop. I'm going to place here. All right, I'm just going to increase this, let it take up the whole space. Increase this. All right, once I'm done increasing, I'll just put this down. Good. All right, so the next thing I want to do is right on top of this, I'm just going to go to my select, and I'm going to create select. I'm going to create select subject. So once it's selected, I'm just going to press Ctrl J. Once the subject is selected, I'll just press Ctrl J. Like just create a layer of just the subject below. Good. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to import my page. I'm going to go into my file where I have my resources. This is open. I'm going to take this. I'm going to drag and drop inside of Photoshop, and I'm just going to place here. Good. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to my emblematic tool here, and I'm just going to select this. So once I've selected that, like I'll just drag across this part of the leg. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to press Ctrl J also. Okay, but I'm going to unsee this one. Right. Good. So let me. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to increase the size of this. I'm just going to increase the size of this. Okay. Alright, so after increasing the size of this, I'm just going to take this, I'm going to place this, I'm just going to rotate this a bit, and I'm going to place this here. Alright, that's good. I'm going to duplicate again, so I'm just going to duplicate it. Ctrl J. Alright, so Ctrl J. This time I'm going to reduce it a bit. This one now I'm going to rotate it more, and I'm going to place it here. I'm going to take this behind this one here. Okay. Alright, that's, let me see, rotate this. Let's rotate it. Alright, let me put it here. Okay, that's good. So this one in front, let me increase it a bit. Let me just increase it a bit. Let me move it and place it here. Rotate this out. Alright. That's good. So I'm going to replicate this also. I'm going to just press Alt. Let me just press Alt and drag this. I'm going to place this here. Let me press OK. I'm going to press Alt again and drag this. I'm going to place this here. Let me throw. I'm going to turn this. Alright. I'm going to turn this and place this here. I'm going to turn this and place this here. I'm going to take this, also duplicate it, so Ctrl J. The duplicated one, I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to rotate it. Okay, rotate it. Let's reduce the size of this. I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to place it here. Let me turn this. I'm going to place this here. Good. Alright, I'm still going to duplicate this again. Just press Alt. I'm going to drag this and place this here. Okay. Alright. And then one last time, I'm going to duplicate this one here. Okay, this here, let me just duplicate this. Ctrl G again. And the duplicated one, I'm just going to place it here. I'm going to reduce the size of this. Reduce the size and then place it here. Alright. So now, this one here, I'm going to move it behind the image I duplicated. Move it behind, and then place it. And then I'm going to increase. I'm going to come to filter blur, Gaussian blur. We increase it. So I'm still going to increase the blur, increase it around here. So this is okay. It's just up to show a bit high. This is okay. All right, so for this one here, I'm going to add a blur. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, so let me reduce it. This around here is okay. All right, and this one here, I'm just going to take it behind this image here. I'm also going to add a blur. Let me reduce the size. I'm also going to add a blur, filter, Gaussian blur. Okay. Alright, so this, I'm going to duplicate this. Press Alt, so I'm just going to drag this. Let me increase the size of this. Alright, I'm going to place this here. And then I'm going to add a filter also. I'm going to add Gaussian blur. Alright. So that's good. Now I'm just going to add a filter on top of this. So I'm going to go to my layer here. I'm going to add hue and saturation, and I'm going to colorize this. Put this at blue. Alright. So this is okay. This is good. So now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my file. We have my resources. So I'm just going to go into my file. We have my resources. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to drag and drop side of Photoshop, and then I'm going to just place this here. Good. So I'm going to, let me increase this. All right, increase. So I'm going to colorize this now. So I'm just going to add a color on this. And so I'm going to, in my effect here, I'm just going to select color overlay, and I'm going to select red. Okay, I'm going to select red. And then I'm just going to click OK. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add a layer right up on top of this. But before I do that, let me import my last resource I'll be using here. I'm going to take the, which is like the heartbeats. So I'm going to take this, drag and drop inside of Photoshop here. So I'm going to increase the size. Just going to increase the size of this. So you come here, just click and drop this one here. And then you duplicate this, press Alt to just press Alt to click, and then you drag also. I'm going to increase this again. I'm going to bring this here, and I'm going to take this behind this image. I'm going to take this, drag and drop behind this image. Take note, everything I'm dragging behind is just behind the image that we selected and we cut out. Alright, so I'm just going to add a blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, let me reduce it a bit. I want it to show this. Okay. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add a layer on top of this. Alright, a gradient layer. Okay, I'm going to select it. The gradient is going to be red and black. So here it will be red. Okay, and here is black already. So I'm just going to increase the opacity. Alright, and then I'm going to change the angle. I'm going to place it around here because I want it to come this way. This is okay. This is good. Alright, so what I'll do now, I'm just going to blend this. Okay, so I'm going to select colors. Okay, I'm going to select colors. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to, let me just take a screenshot of this, Shift Control Alt. Okay, I want to make some changes. I'm looking at my filter, camera raw filter. Okay, and then I'm just going to make some changes. I'm going to increase the texture. Okay, increase the clarity. Plus the dehaze, I'm going to increase the dehaze. Alright, and then I'm going to click OK. So okay. After that's done, next now to do is I'm going to go my text, and then I'm just going to add a text here on top of this, and I'm going to write the word cadaver. So CADAVER. I'm going to select this. Alright, let me just drag this to the center. I want to centralize this, drag this drop here. Alright, so let me just reduce the size. I'm going to place this at the middle here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to select all the text, everything here, and then I'm going to come here to have my warp text. I'm going to select the bulge. Okay, the bulge. So let me just reduce. Let me reduce it a bit. And then the distortion, the vertical distortion, I'm just going to increase it a bit. Okay, increase it a bit, and then I'm going to press OK. Alright, so once we're done with that, the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to add only on Netflix. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my text, also click here, and then I'm going to write the word only on. Alright, only on. So I'm just going to select this, and I'm going to change the font to Product Sans PRODUCT. Okay, Product Sans. I'm going to select bold. Let me change this to caps. Let me reduce the size of this. I'm just going to reduce the size. I'm going to place this here, and then I'm going to import the last thing I'll be using. I'm going to go into my file here. I'm going to import this Netflix. I'm going to take this into my Photoshop, and then I'm going to place this here. Let me reduce the size of this, and then place this here. Enter. Alright. So let me reduce the size of the only on. Alright, that's good. Alright, just to effect a little change, I'm going to take a screenshot of this also. Let me start and reduce the exposure. It's looking too bright. So Shift Control Alt E, right? And then I'm going to go into my filter, camera raw filter. Once this opens, I'm just going to reduce. Okay, for the contrast, I'm going to increase the contrast a little, reduce the exposure a bit. Alright, I think this is okay, and now we'll just click OK. Alright. So with this, we'll come to the end of our design for today. I hope you learned something new. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Have a lovely day. See you in the next one.